Thank you for joining me today. Please have a blanket and 2 blocks near your mat in case you need them. We're going to start in a child's pose. So hips back to the heels, knees wide, big toes together, arms extended on the floor overhead, and drop your forehead to the mat. Maybe rock your forehead back and forth here, helping to release any tension that's located there. Feel the breath in your belly, in your lower ribs, and in your chest. Feel the breath in your lower back and in your back ribs. Noticing everything expand with inhalation and coming back toward the spine with exhalation. Taking a little inventory of what's happening in your body now. So you might notice that one side feels more tense than the other. You might notice that your shoulders feel tight or your hips feel tight. Lift up a bit and slide your hands forward, bringing your hips over your heels. And then lower your forehead to the mat again in your puppy pose. Allow your shoulder blades to come together here. Now walk your hands to the left side of your mat, keeping your arms extended. Reaching out through your right side. Feel your breath in the right side of your ribs. Allow your shoulder blades to come together. Now turn your right hand so that your palm faces the ceiling. Your right thumb reaches out to the right. Lift up a bit and walk your hands to the right side of your mat. Arms stay long. Reaching out through your left side, feeling the left side of your ribs expanding with the inhale. Turn your left hand so that your palm faces the ceiling and your thumb points to the left. Good, now push up to a tabletop position. And we're going to lower the majority of our spine toward the mat as one unit. So lower your head, lower your chest, lower your belly toward the mat. And then lift everything back up to center. And then again, lower your head, lower your chest, lower your belly toward the mat. And back to center. And one more time, lower toward the mat. And then come back to center. Inhale, lift the crown of the head, lower the chest, lower the belly, lift the tailbone. Exhale, tuck the chin, round the spine, tuck the tailbone. Inhale, lift the crown of the head, lower the chest, lower the belly, lift the tailbone. Exhale, tuck the chin, round the spine, tuck the tailbone. Inhale, lift the crown of the head, lower the chest, lower the belly, lift the tailbone. Maybe wag your tail back and forth a bit if that feels good. And come back to center. Now inhale your right arm up overhead. Maybe look up at your fingertips. And then exhale, thread your right arm underneath your left, coming down to your shoulder and the side of your head. Extend your left arm in front of you. Hand on the floor. Use your arm, your left arm, to find a version of this twist that feels really good to you. And breathe. Now slide your left hand back and inhale your right arm up overhead. Exhale, take your right palm to the mat. Inhale the left arm up overhead. Maybe look up at your fingers. Exhale, thread your left arm underneath your right. Lower to your shoulder and the side of your head. Extend your right arm to the floor in front of you. Maybe use your right arm to deepen the twist if that feels good. Press back up to a tabletop. Extend your right leg behind you and then swing your right leg to the left, taking your toes to the floor. And then swing your leg to the right, hip height, out to the side in a side kick. And then swing your leg to the left, toes come to the floor. And swing your leg to the right. And swing your leg to the left. Inhale. And exhale. Pause with your toes on the floor on your left. Look out over your left shoulder toward your left foot. C curving the spine to the right. And breathe. Bring your right knee back to the mat. Extend your left leg behind you. And then swing your left leg to the right, taking your toes to the floor. And then swing your left leg hip height to your side into a side kick. And then swing your leg to the right. Toes come to the floor. Swing to the left. And swing to the right. Pause here. Look out over your right shoulder towards your right foot. C curving your spine to the left. Now bring your left knee back to the mat. Cross your ankles and roll over your legs to a comfortable cross-legged position. Take your left palm to the mat and extend your right palm up overhead, both arms straight. Press down through your left palm and press up through your right palm. Then lower your left ear towards your left shoulder and then take your right ear towards your right shoulder and left ear toward the left shoulder, right ear to the right shoulder, and one more time in each direction. Lower your right palm to the mat and inhale your left palm up toward the ceiling. Both arms are straight. Press up through your left palm, press down through your right palm, and then take your right ear towards your right shoulder and your left ear towards your left shoulder. Right ear to the right, and then to the left, and one more time in each direction. Now interlace your hands at the back of your skull and gently press your head back into your hands. Inhale, then exhale, lower your right elbow toward the right side of your mat. Feeling your left side lengthen and the right side shorten. And then inhale up through center and exhale, taking your left elbow down to the left. Feeling your right side lengthen and your left side shorten. Inhale through center, exhale to the right. Inhale through center, exhale to the left. And then one more time in each direction. And rest your hands in your lap, and we're going to circle our thoracic spine. So minimizing movement anywhere except for the area around your rib cage. We'll shift our rib cage to the right, and then shift our rib cage forward. Shift your rib cage to the left, and shift your rib cage back. And to the right, and forward, and the left, and back. One more time, to the right, forward, left, and back. Now roll over your legs to your knees, take your shins behind you, tuck your toes, and lift your hips up to a standing wide angle. So your toes face the long side of your mat. They're about one leg's distance apart. Bring your hands to your thighs and bend your knees. Lift your torso. And then lower your right shoulder toward your left knee. And up through center, and lower your left shoulder towards your right knee. Inhale through center, and right shoulder toward the left knee. Inhale through center, exhale, left shoulder toward the right knee. One more time in each direction. Now straighten your legs and take your hands to the floor in front of you. You can rest your hands on blocks if that works good for you. Then inhale your right arm up overhead, maybe looking up at your right fingertips. And then exhale your right arm down. Inhale the left arm up overhead. And exhale the left arm down. And the right. And the left. And one more time in each direction. Slide your blocks out of your way and rest your palms on the floor in front of you. Then rock forward and rock back. Then walk your hands out a little bit farther and rock forward and rock back. And one more time, slide your hands out a little bit farther, rock forward, and rock back. Now walk back a bit, rocking in each direction. Once you get your hands back under your chest or about that area, then take a moment to pause in this standing forward fold and think about rotating your pelvis forward. So in an anterior direction, if your pelvis is shaped a little bit like a bowl, think about rotating the top of the bowl, the top of your pelvis forward, and think about bending in your hip crease. And then just allow your spine to relax toward the floor. And breathe. Take your right knee to the mat. You can use a blanket here if you'd like, if you have cranky knees like I do. And keep your left leg extended out to the side. Your left heel is about in line with your right knee. Then take your left hand to your left thigh and start to slide your left hand down your left leg. You can go down to the shin if that works for you. You'll feel your torso follow the hand. And then lift back up to center. And then slide the left hand down again. Torso follows. And back to center. And sliding one more time. And then inhale your right arm up overhead, extending it out to the left, reaching out through your fingertips, feeling the length from your fingertips to your hip. Then lower your right palm to the floor on the right and extend your left arm up overhead, taking your left fingers to the right, feeling the length from your fingertips to your foot. And we'll switch legs. So take your left knee to the mat. Extend your right leg out beside you. Right knee lines up about with the left knee. And then slide your right hand down your right thigh. Maybe releasing down to the right shin if that works for you. Torso will follow. And then come back up. And slide your right hand down your right leg. Torso follows. And come back up. And one more time, slide your right hand down your right leg. Extend your left arm up overhead, reaching out to the right. Feeling the length from your fingertips to your hip. And breathe. Take your left palm to the mat on your left. And then extend your right arm up overhead, reaching out through your right fingertips to the left. Feeling the length from your fingertips to your foot. Take your right palm to the mat and then rotate your body around so that you're facing the short side of your mat. Lower to the mat. Bring your elbows roughly under your shoulders, then inhale, lift the back of your head, lift your shoulders, lift your chest. Exhale, lower to the mat. Inhale, lift the back of your head, lift the shoulders, lift the chest. Exhale, lower to the mat. Inhale, lift the back of the head, lift the shoulders, lift the chest, and look out over your left shoulder toward your left foot. You might feel the left side of your torso shortens while the right side of your torso lengthens here. And breathe. And lower to the mat. Lift the back of the head, lift the shoulders, lift the chest, and look out over your right shoulder towards your right foot. And lower to the mat. Now bring your hands under your shoulders and bring your elbows toward your torso. Lift the back of the head, lift the shoulders, lift the chest. Maybe lift the belly this time. And breathe. Lower to the mat. Press back to your child's pose, the knees go wide, hips back to the heels, big toes together, arms extend in front of you, forehead to the mat. Connect with your breath. Allow everything to be heavy here. So your arms are heavy. Your head is heavy. Chest is heavy. Shoulder blades can come together. Belly is heavy. Relaxing toward the floor. Pelvis is heavy. Legs are heavy. Turn your attention back to your breath. Please stay in your child's pose or any resting pose for as long as you'd like. Thank you for practicing with me today.